All right, guys, welcome back. Turn 57. Okay, first thing to say is if you missed it, you might want to go back to the previous turn, turn 56, because the game has kind of flopped, and I explained in that turn at length as to why that happened. I had to kick my opponent because he was caught cheating, and yeah, go watch that if you're curious. I talk all about Iron Man mode, cheating, why game integrity is important, what the purpose of these games and this channel is, and I talk at length. Right now, we're continuing the game. I'm not sure if we're actually going to play it to completion, but I was quite curious to see how this fight would go with just the cannons. This is kind of a big experiment. And before we get to that, let me just mention that I think last turn I said, and normally whenever I play against the AI, I do consider the AI in this game to be kind of stupid. They need all the help they can get. Let's just leave it at that. So normally I play against AI Emperor. Last turn I had left it at Lord, and I said, like, okay, I'm going to turn it up to Emperor. But then I thought about it, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't want to do that because in this experiment, right, we do not want to be giving the AI a bunch of handicaps. If it was an Emperor AI, they get an empire-wide plus 300 happiness, like plus 300 morale to all their units. And morale, if you're kind of unfamiliar, helps critical strike chance and all this. So I want like a very even. I want it to be as if I was fighting an actual, the actual player. So I turned it down to Knight, and I had to go on the wiki and see how this works. It goes from like the ratings are Squire, Knight, Lord, I think King, and then Emperor. Lord and above gives the AI a bunch of handicaps like that empire-wide morale and extra income and stuff. But Knight doesn't. Knight is like it's just normal. It's like you're fighting another player. Anyways, and then just to kind of like summarize where we're at, we were, if this was another player, it's not, it's an AI. But if we were playing the game, against an actual player, I would not be attempting this. My fear, I was actually playing quite scared this game because the cannons have to reload in between shots, and we don't have engineers. We have no way to reload them manually, so they're going to be sitting ducks every other turn. The other issue is, and we don't see them here, they're stealth, but the enemy has a bunch of Shadow Stalkers here. Shadow Stalkers have a high resistance to physical damage. They're really tanky, and they also hit really hard. So my fear is like, okay, we have a lot of cannons. We have 4 stacks here. But if these things are sitting ducks, surely the Stalkers are going to absorb all this damage and then come out and then like start like, I don't know how long it's going to take, 2 or 3 shotting these things. So our whole plan was waiting for the flame tanks, right? That's kind of a counter to the Stalkers' physical resistance, any kind of magic damage. Anyways, I'm thinking like I wanted to see, this is a good time to experiment and see, could we have gotten away with it, right? Could we, without the flame tanks, could we actually win this? And that's what we're going to try to determine. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Shielded's Dispassion is back up. Boom. We do want that. Maybe we clear through this junk. Alignment is, we're not supposed to be, this is bad. That's because we finished raising the Dragon Dwelling. Okay. Dora the Explorer has been the commander responsible for that. Good job, Dora. That's not good because we are dedicated to neutral, and we should be getting penalized for this, right? Minus 200. It's kind of huge. Minus 200 morale penalty. We do not want that in this fight. We need to rectify that. How are we going to do that? Let's clear this junk. Is this going to help us at all? No, not really. Not in the fight, that is. Rados has grown. We have a spider. We'll manage all our items and positioning in a second. Domain invasion at Arendal. Okay. That was here. a stalker from back here came up and killed our drone. Okay. Domain net here. Oh, this is new. Hey, this is that hero from the dragon dwelling, and I was like, where did that guy go? I think. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think so. So the AI has brought him here. Why is he facing this way? You know, to be facing this way, a unit had to have been here and then moved here. Like I said, guys, the AI is a bit like, you know, not there all the time. I don't know what it's doing. We need to abandon this, that's for sure. We cannot hold this. Where do we send this drone? If the AI chooses to fly and catch us, he could. But like I said, the AI is they're kind of dopey. They don't care about that. They don't bother. Maybe we just hit the berries. Yeah, what am I doing? Let's get out of here. Well, I don't know. Just forget that. Okay, so we'll come back to everything. I don't know if we're going to finish the game here, but I want to do the fight. Now, is there anything else I'm forgetting here? Right. We have to rectify this morale issue before we do the fight. We're all getting penalized. All of our dedicated to neutral units. So the way we can do that, we could like offer peace to, you know, bribe a independent city. Are they listed here? Maybe not. But I know of one such city which is over here. It's a hefty price. What? Do we have any other better options than that? Like, we have to do it instantly, so it's going to have to be a peace treaty of some sort. There's no other way to correct it. We could absorb the dragons. That's even going to be... No, we can't. We have a quest here. I think it's just a bad idea. We have no defenders here. Sura was raised some time ago. This is also a nightmare. You know, I think by the way, I messed up here. The AI has brought units capturing these cities of ours, and I should have moved this way. In fact, we should do that. What about this guy? Can this guy reach? No, but we can... There's a chance this will be raised next turn. But we could come here and just look to save this one. We're going to need some help, I think. Let's just send this. Right? Is there any other, like, option? I don't think so. How stupid is this, by the way? There were scoundrels here, but it looks like they... What, they went back up on the surface? They must have. They must have. So... Okay, so I'm not worried about kind of abandoning our throne here for the time being. It was a marauder, I believe, so it should be stealth here. We will deal with them shortly. In fact, I wonder if I should, like... You know, what's crazy is it could be stealth. No, it probably is sitting here. Like I said, AI is dumb. Okay, so the marauder that, you know, the AI controlled this marauder. If it was an actual player, it could have been, like, more intelligent and moved it here. Moved here to, like, really stay stealth. It has cave concealment. But the AI will, if it captures something, I think it generally will just sit here. It's not going to, like, leave. But maybe I should pull up and block him here. We don't want him, like, running this way, and then we're like, now we can't see him. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, it looks like we're going to have to pay for peace back here. That's super annoying. But it is going to be worth it for that big, you know, morale. Okay. So we've corrected it. See, we're back to neutral. Now, we're going to get down to business here and do this fight. And then after the fight, I'm not sure if we'll continue or not. We'll see. We need to arrange ourselves here. You know, who's leading? We have items. We have this. This is a wall climbing, that's kind of a big deal. He can fly. This needs to be... Now Nyla has a Panther. But Nyla's kind of a big warlord unit. I wonder if we give her the... get rid of that Panther mount. I'm thinking yes. I'm thinking we're going to give this to her. Actually, no. Shouldn't I give her this? I think I'm going to give this to Nyla. Because, you know, what do you know? Nyla is a Tigran. She has a frost weakness. And what are we facing? A bunch of stalkers. They have a hybrid frost attack. I'm going to drop that. Give it to Nyla. Let her fly over the wall with this thing. Take the Panther. How are we... Maybe we send... Nyla has the flying... Well, we all have... Okay. Let's just pull up here and see what exactly we're dealing with. Can we see now? They're stalkers. And what's crazy is... 2, 3, 4... No, we can only hit with 4 stacks ever. I think, depending on 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Now, the way we can kind of like... The way the game works is that whichever stack attacks... So, like, say we surround here, and then this stack attacks this stack. They will start facing one another. That is a guarantee. So you do have some kind of control in that regard. So we should kind of think about that. You know, if we're thinking about where to put the cannons, maybe we want the cannons, well, it's hard to think. The cannons have a super long range, and they can hit multiple units. It's like a ricochet. The cannonball ricochets. So, here. Maybe here. Maybe you want to be hitting the dragon, because the stalkers aren't going to be... They also have lifesteal, which is kind of nuts. This is exactly my point. This is kind of why we were waiting on flame tanks. You might have stalkers back here, too. And here. I wonder if we attack from this side, because I want to... This seems like we want the cannons hitting these guys, I think. But at the same time, what's kind of scary is the dragon has immense range, and then also, well, his leader has Shadow Step. His leader has Shadow Step and then Fire Breath, Draconian Diet Dish. So it's kind of like he's a dragon too. It's kind of like 2 dragons. And then they fly out at you and then do that fire attack. Does it have a cooldown? 1 turn cooldown. What about a dragon? 1 turn cooldown. So in that regard, it's like, okay, do you really want to put the cannons facing, in direct line with these? Because then these things are gonna fly out at them. Maybe we do attempt this. Maybe it puts some distance. Okay, so... Anyways, bring the cannons up. That's 6 cannons, 7 cannons. 8, 9 cannons. I'm not sure if we... Now we have one, there's one, that's another thing to think about. There's no wetlands back here. At least we have 1 wetland hex here. You know who's going to benefit from that? The goblin units. The goblin units. These guys. Now, how much are they getting exactly? You have bard skills. Depending on... You have best as well, but... So the bard skills will push it over no matter what. We can play around with that. Because we have this. Um, 6 and then 9. So about 2 per hex, 2 per stack. We probably want to spread them out, I think. Give them a chance to, yeah, I think that's probably, so maybe we just do that. So let's do that. We'll spread them out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then 1, 2. And then we have an extra one. So we're spreading them out. And then, you know, how are we spreading the heroes out? It is a lot to think about, isn't it? So Nyla, you have some great buffs as being a warlord. Charge command. Actually, wait a minute. Maybe this was a wrong choice to be spreading them out. Because then some of them are in line, like we talked about with this dragon thing. Okay, they're gonna fly out at us. By the way, yeah, see, there's another stalker, silver metal stalker, and a scoundrel. Now the dreadnoughts have emergency repair. We have 3 of them. I mean, you know, we probably put Nyla with these guys, with the cavalry, right? Let the cavalry benefit from Nyla's defense buff, melee buff. They already have charge. Dragon Slayer buff. Dragon Slayer. No, but it's only for her. It's not a stack-wide thing. God, it is a lot. Putting Nyla here. Oh. No, Nyla doesn't have to be here. Put Nyla here. We'll attack from heat. Well, no, because we should put these guys should be running in, I think. These guys should run at this group, I think. Or am I doing it the wrong way? The cannon should be okay. I guess we'll keep going with this idea of spreading them out, I guess. Now you firebomb, physical protection, like pest control, animal, fey, and monster. Well, he has none of those classes. This is a dragon. It's not a monster. It's not considered a monster. These are considered elemental. So none of that applies here. Okay. How many golems do we have? 1, 2, 3. This is actually the full 4 stacks, though. Now, okay, so we have to game this. I'm thinking about giving Nyla this item because this is just over the top. It does not apply to machines, by the way, and these things have wall crushing. This is great. Like, I'm gonna move Nyla here. Actually, no. First, I'm gonna move this guy, and then we're gonna give Nyla this. What about this stuff? Nyla's gonna take this. Oh no! Wait. This is a great item on Nyla too. What? No, we want to be... Okay, this has to be the stack where these guys stand. Best. Okay. Okay, so, yeah. But this is just an issue. I don't... Maybe I'm thinking too... I'm going a little too crazy with this idea of buffing Nyla super hard. Like, that's nice and all, but this is just better overall for the for these guys. It's okay if we give this to like our leader, I think. Okay, so this is where Nyla is, and now we need to move our leader. Maybe our leader goes here. Yeah. What we'll do is we'll spread out the dreadnoughts out like this. And then now I'm kind of doing this recklessly. We need to be handing off items to shit. That's fine. He has a spider, so it's like, okay, if he does get over the wall, dude. Actually, we should have given this to Anya, because like, why would I give it to a level 7 firebomb? I should be giving this to Anya because Anya's just tankier overall. Anya's a human and I'm a goblin, right? So Anya, come back here. And then what about, like, what other items? We have all these points. It's kind of a lot, guys, to manage. Is this all? That's all fine. Maybe I could have given her... Is that their strongest armor? Resistance. I'm going to give this to Anya. I'm going to also give this to Anya. And this doesn't matter. Does Anya have a weapon? No. We should give that to Anya. Does she have a shield? No. No, but this is her shield. Oops. Okay, so this is Anya's gear now. Wow, okay. And I guess we give this to you. Give this to our leader, maybe. And then somebody needs the dire mount. Like we should give that to this guy. So I'm kind of like screwing up our... We need to move these guys here and then join up and then hand off the items. So And then this is all junk. Like, we'll just hang on to that. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, we've covered the items, I think, just about. So move Ika back here. Anya goes here. Board goes here. Okay. Now, these three we're attacking with Nyla, so Nyla goes here. Oh, wait a minute. These guys aren't gonna... Oh, no, no, no. But no, we're not on a wetland hex. Isn't that shitty? But no, we... Oh no, I transferred it. Oh. Ah, it feels so bad, guys. Like, what am I... Now I'm starting to think, okay, how worth it is this? Okay, yeah, these guys have a high morale. But isn't the crit chance better on these guys? But at the same time, these have the same problem as the cannons. They have to reload. So they're sitting ducks in every other turn. Ah, guys. But we'll put these here. Actually, these should be spread out a little bit. Where does this thing go? We should spread the muskets out, that's for sure. Somebody should go here. You should probably go with... Go with our leader. None of this is going to apply. Like, what are we... What the hell am I going to give you? Strong will. Break control, that's good. Maybe we give her strong will. We haven't even talked about that, like, because he does have some... He has mind control abilities as a rogue, and... Okay, we have break control, but you're not immune. So we have a bunch of break controls. Our leader's immune. You're not immune. You're not immune. But we have break control. So we're dealing with succubi, and then you have a charm. You don't have a charm. She has convert. So we're dealing with a triple threat. I'm just going to give her this, and then none of that applies. We can give her... We don't even have that much mana, look at that. I was thinking, like, give her this, but maybe not. Take the range power. Take some more range power. You know, this is kind of... We have no flame tanks, right? We have a lot of physical, which is the wrong approach, but we are kind of testing. This is a test. Give her the magic damage. Like, that's kind of our saving grace in this fight, and that's what we were... If this was another player, I would not be attempting this, but we do have some magic damage from our heroes that could, like, help us eliminate the stalkers. That's what we're worried about. So we'll bring you here with our leader. I don't like this. We need to spread, put you here. We have 2 slots there, and 2 slots. I'm thinking put the cannon with this guy. And then we need some golems, like... Maybe put this... These are nice front lines for our... This here. Actually, this should not be here. This should be here. Put the other, like, what's better here, guys? A cavalry or how many slots do we have left? One, two, only 2 slots. So we've run out of slots. Is the cavalry, is the boar rider better? 57, 14, 10, 12 melee. Same HP. A little higher armor, less MR. Less MR. Reinforced. Wall crushing. Tireless. Tireless. Solid engineering. Shield. Oh, it's dedicated to neutral. So this applies. This applies because this is not dedicated to neutral. We didn't produce this. So it's not benefiting from that. But is it better overall? Like, I don't know, guys. Let's see what it says, by the way. Is it going to say, like, it says probable defeat? Dude, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Like, we outnumber, but it's just not... You know, this is a nightmare. Cannons. Isn't that wild? Is this factoring in now, or like what does this mean? Golem. 14 normal. It looks like it's the shield is not factoring in. Like, see what it says? It says, sorry, it says gain an additional +2. That's not showing here. It should be higher, you know? So why am I... You know, it's the same with these. These aren't dedicated to neutral. Do I have the wrong idea with this? Like, why am I including these? 65, 13, 11. The blight doesn't even hit through, guys, on the stalkers. 100% blight protect. What about this thing? 40. 13. Well, it's doing it on top of the physical. Okay. It's a little crazy. We weren't right, we wanted to attack with this group. It still says probable defeat. Well, we could give defense, but well, how much frost do they really have? It's not very high. Look at that. 14. You know, is it better to put the point into defense, or no, maybe it is. Look how our resistance. Maybe we try that? Okay, we'll do that. Ika. Oh, wall climbing. Do we really need wall climbing? I mean, how much range? Couple mages. A bard with the heroes. Another mage. 1, 2, 3 heroes. Firebomb. Isn't this just better? Physical protection, right? But the fire damage. But we have... Well, that doesn't hit. We have shock bolts. Reassemble. Wall climb. But she has infiltration squad. Anya the city filler. It's her special thing. You don't need that. I think this might be good. Now there's also rapid reload, which I have not. This is another thing, guys. I have not experimented with this. I have no idea. Is it worth giving rapid reload to heroes? Maybe we'll save that to test for another time. Because, like, I guess they could be reloading the cannons. So I haven't even thought about that. I don't know what to give her here. Maybe some range power? Who knows? Who knows? He doesn't have wall climbing either. But he doesn't need it. He's got the spider, right? Okay, so... yeah, maybe the HP. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Okay, that's done. And then this guy... I don't think I'll bother giving it to him. I think I would rather just give him the HP, maybe. Or what weapons does he have? Now what does it say? You know, that the game is calculating all of that? It still says probable defeat. Okay. Okay, and then let's take a look at spells. I guess we'll attempt it, but it does seem like reckless, doesn't it? So... okay. What I was going to say is, so, you know, just going off of this, just going off of what the game is telling us here, probable defeat. Just based off of this, the experiment has, it's kind of looking like it's failed, right? So it looks like we were right. Our decision to play scared and hold back was correct. That's what it looks like, at least from what it's saying. We should have waited on the flame tanks. But we could, you know, it is, you know, like it's just an AI, so why am I so scared? We should just, it would be good to test, and then if we don't finish them, we bring these guys up. Let's do that, by the way. This can't reach. So that's everything. So we can pull these up. They're not going to reach. Okay. Yeah, I mean, part of me wants to, like, not go through with it and just wait, but like I said, we're just fighting an AI. Maybe we should... sometimes the game is wrong. Sometimes the game is wrong. So it's saying probable defeat, but maybe we somehow clutch it here. Let's see how this goes, okay? How bad is it? Like, are we going to be able... we can pull Dora up here. So even if it goes bad, yeah, let's just force it, and we're gonna kind of learn from this fight. I think. Here we go. Oh, we actually won it. So the game was wrong. The game was wrong, guys. Now we lost 2 cannons. We lost 2 of these guys. Kind of makes sense because they're in the front, but then we lost this. Okay. And we lost that cannon. We actually did surprisingly well. Let's take a look at this, okay? I'm a bit impressed by that. Moving target. Okay, so that is the AI loves to cast this. It's been casting it all game in the auto combats. It's a big armor buff. For only 2 turns, though. Okay, they're flying out at us. Slayer's Doubt. That's from our Theocrat. Okay, look at that ricochet. We're just blowing them away. They're not targeting the stalkers at all, which is smart. That's smart. Right? Wow. We're just blowing them away. So that was... okay, look at that. That was against the stalker. They have projectile resistance. It only did 12. So wait a minute, Slayer's Doubt went through. Let's get a refresh on what that means. Attempts to lower the morale. By 8, it's huge, by 800. Or by, oh, okay, in movement. And it went through. Okay, here comes the dragon. It didn't hit us. It hit kind of hard, but it's not as hard as I thought. There's another. It's like 2 dragons, right? That's his leader. Draconian diet dish. Oh. Okay, there's a stalker. Stalker here. Stalker crit. Okay, Overload. That's from one of our Dreadnought heroes. I can't say which one. Maybe it was our leader. Overload. It is kind of a thing I'm not happy with. Like, okay, 10 more damage, but it has a chance to be stunned. It's kind of like, what? We'll see. Emergency repair. Okay. There goes... This is Nyla. Huge damage with the crit. There's another leader. Now the cannons are like reloading. See, this is kind of like the muskets. Everyone's reloading, so it's like we're sitting ducks. Now look how much damage the stalkers absorb. Look at that. Okay, that's Warrior's Honor from Nyla. Killed one of our... Wow, why is he's hitting so low? 9 damage. Huh. Okay. Shielded Dispassion, okay. Oh no, you know what it is? Our Dreadnoughts, if this isn't a Dreadnought stack, the Dreadnoughts have Forge Aprons, right? So that's a fire protection percentage. Oh, who was that? Who just died here? I'm not sure, but the Stalkers are quite healthy. Not this one, but... Emergency repair, okay. That's his leader. Okay, we killed his leader now. Cannon hits super hard. Oh, just blew him away, guys. So there's a ricochet there onto the dragon, but they're super tanky, and look at this. The dragon took some damage. The lifestealed a bit, but it's not as big as I thought. It's not helping as much as I thought. And it doesn't even work against the golems. There goes one stalker. They can't lifesteal off the golems. There's another flame attack. There's a golem. Oh. There's another overload casted. Reloading, reloading, reloading. Everyone's reloading. That's a cannon, and they got lucky. Ooh. These crits, right? Like, that's the Scales of Fortune coming in. Greyguard. Critical strike chance buff. Here's Anya. Okay, so we've eliminated this side. Now we're just closing in. Oh. What was that, by the way? What was... Did you guys see that? What was that red, like... Is that just the normal, like, death animation for dragons? I don't know, guys. Like, I don't... I don't have a lot of experience with late-game stuff. Maybe. But keep in mind, that was also a Paragon unit, right? The Empire quest? Maybe it has something to do with that. It has Resurgence, like, that's the Paragon Empire quest. It's the first tier 4 unit in the game. And he's shooting a gate. Okay, well that's kind of... I guess, guys. Oh, this guy. Is this the last guy on the wall here? Reload, reload, reload. Okay, there you go. Wow, okay, so... Yeah, as you can see, the game is not... You cannot always trust the game, guys. Really, and... It turns out, so now, you know, I said before that I was right in playing scared. Well, now it's looking like I was wrong. I was wrong to play scared. We kind of clutched it. We knew we outnumbered him. Like, if you go back 2 turns, right, where all this, you know, where the game went super crappy, he was standing here, and then we were like, wait a minute, I'm worried about the stalkers, let's bring the flame tanks, but we could have just kept marching up. We kind of had a good feeling about it. We knew there weren't any more stalkers on the way, I think, and so we should have just, we outnumbered him. We could have pulled it off here, guys. Of course, you know, there's no telling, you know, what our opponent cheated. Our opponent restarted his turn. You're not supposed to, not allowed to do that. So that's why we kicked it. We had to kick him. You can go back and check it out last turn, but maybe he would have ran away. There's no, it's kind of like pointless to speculate now. Who knows how he would have reacted? Maybe he would have ran away and abandoned this city, and then we would have just gained a foothold here, but anyways, guys, we have to decide, is it even worth, like, I think we've kind of won the game here. Maybe what I'll do is, let's, do I really want to, like, manage our cities at this point? What are we at? We're at 48 minutes. I'm not really too interested in doing that. I really just wanted to see how this fight went. What we could do, we can take a look at it's a lot of items. That's a lot of items, but what we can do is just capture the city here. And I'm wondering if... You know, how keen am I to move Dora here? Like, maybe we just end our turn, and it's possible the AI will surrender. Maybe that's how we try to end it, and then if not... Well, let me, you know... I'm kind of thinking we just leave the game here. Because I'm not too interested in continuing all of this. All we're going to do now, we're pretty healthy. We're going to repair all these machines and then just continue marching and just probably end the game. His leader's in the void. His heroes are in the void. He does have this hero back here. That is true. But I don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah, I think I'm going to save and exit here, guys, and then I'll kind of, like, think about it overnight, think if we want to continue it, but probably not. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you maybe learned a thing or two in this game, despite kind of how crappy it got, like, with everything that happened. Hope you learned something from this fight. I certainly did. I think we kind of learned that the cannons are still... They're still super great, even though we can't reload them. We have no engineers with us. They still do a lot. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you don't see another turn after this, then it just means that I've decided to leave the game as it is, and just leave the game here. Anyways, if you don't see me in turn 58, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next game.